Hello, I'm County Judge Executive Houston Wells, and we're on the Kentucky River today. Welcome to County Connections. We're very excited about our guests and going to be talking about the Kentucky River. With me first is Mr. Jerry Graves, the Executive Director of the Kentucky River Authority. Jerry, welcome. Thank you for being here. Tell the public about what the Kentucky River Authority does.
Thank you, Judge. First of all, the Kentucky River Authority was established to make sure that 750,000 people had drinking water in the basin of the Kentucky River. We also charge with recreational purposes. In the last 4 years, we finally opened up locks 1, 2, 3, and 4, which basically means you can go to the Ohio River, or people from the Ohio River can now come to Frankfort. It's been a huge increase in tourism. Last year, we had 6,000 people to come through the locks. That's the total lockages. With 1,000 lockages and about 1,200 boats. So we're also charged with doing the Kentucky River Sweep. We've been doing that for about 24 years, which is funded by the Kentucky River Authority Board, and it's been very good, and things have been moving very well.
Jerry, I'm going to catch on the Kentucky River Sweep in just a moment, but you talked about tourism, and what does the river, tourism in the river, how do they help all the communities along the river?
Well, for example, 2 years ago we had a group of boaters come from Nashville, came all the way, took their boats to Louisville, trailered them up, they came up the Kentucky River, about 48 people, spent the night in Frankfort, enjoyed our concert series, enjoyed downtown Frankfort, so that's, that alone was about 24 rooms, so it's really helped up and down the river.
The city of Frankfort is helping out with docks along the in the part of the river basin here in Frankfort, and I guess that helps with tourism too, where they can come and dock. That's a big deal too for people to be able to park their boats, right?
Right. The transit dock has really helped, and it's gone over so well. So many people are coming. We need more dockages, overnight dockages. So I think the city's also going to put another dock in right above the Singing Bridge. So that's going to help too.
That's great. That's great. I think that's what's happening on the river is amazing. We're seeing a lot of paddle boaters. We're seeing a lot of people utilize kayaks and canoes, as well as runabouts on the river, and houseboats and things.
We also have a commercial vessel coming from Madison, Indiana. They make about 9 to 12 trips per year, and they're bringing about 25 people per trip. So that's also a big plus for Franklin County, and also Owen County.
Yeah, and they're staying overnight, aren't they, and seeing Buffalo Trace and kind of doing the tourism part of Frankfort as well.
Absolutely, yes, they are.
Well, Jerry, thank you for your letting us know what the River Authority does and your hard work on keeping the river going. We appreciate it, and thank the workers that opened those locks up. And oh, by the way, before we go, with you, I want to talk a little bit about the possibility of opening Lock 5. That is, I know that's been out there, and that is one of the prettier parts. Not that this isn't beautiful, but that is another pretty part of the river that there's a possibility of that lock being open at some point in time.
That's a good question. The two things that Kentucky River Authorities, the board has approved in the last 6 months is, one, we're going to build a new dam at Boonesboro at 10, which is the water supply from Winchester. Second thing, we put in our budget to open up Lock 5, which gets you into the Palisades, and which is probably one of the prettiest parts of the Kentucky River.
Awesome. Lots of great things are happening on the river.
Absolutely.
And thank you once again, Kentucky River Authority. And now I have a gentleman here that loves the river, Mr. Tip Mixson. We're glad you're here. Thank you for being here. You're the chairperson of the Kentucky River Sweep in Frankfort. So you want to tell us a little bit about what that entails?
Sure. Thank you, Judge. But yes, my name's Tip Mixson. I'm chairman for the River Sweep here for the Frankfort Boat Club. Saturday morning about 9 o'clock, we're inviting people to come down and get on some private boats, and we're going to go up and down the river and for the couple miles up and down here and pick up some trash, have some fun, and then at the end we're going to have lunch, and then we're going to also provide the participants with a T-shirt, and they were designed this year, and they were made by Prison Industries this year. So, like I said, we're at the Frankfort Boat Club. We're a private organization. However, we've been around for a long, long time, and even though we are a private boat club, we do like to be active in the community, and this is one way that we give back to the community and such. But in other ways, we're also public. We have a head boat, which is right behind us here, and that is leased out to some fine individuals, and they have a restaurant here. And they have been quite successful so far, and there's been lots of people come down and use the facilities so far. So once again, what we're trying to do is just invite people down Saturday morning and get a few hours out on the river, look out for the environment, pick up some trash, have a good time, meet some people, and just see what else we can do that day. And the forecast so far looks like it's pretty good. We've got some iffy weather, but it looks like it's going to be pretty good so far. So I'll give this back to you, Judge, if you have any questions.
Yeah. Will you be going from lock up on up? How high up in the river will you be going?
I'd say we'll go up to about, we'll start down at Lock 4, which is about a mile downriver, down by Buffalo Trace, and I would say we'll go up to maybe the interstate bridge. Some of that's going to just depend on how many boats we have. We don't have a firm number for the number of boats so far, but it's just going to be how many people want to show up and how many boats we have, and the more the merrier. So
that's great. Coming in Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Yes, they're going to meet here at the ramp or down here on the boat dock?
Yeah, we'll meet right here on the boat dock. You can park in behind the library. There's plenty of room behind the library. And then come on down, and then we'll have just perhaps a short orientation and assign you to a boat. We have trash bags and such. I would encourage everybody to wear water sandals or some sturdy shoes, and perhaps even bring a pair of gloves.
Okay. All right. Great information, and thank you for doing that. I know you're a lover of the river, so let's talk about your love of the river and what makes this river so special to you.
Well, it's in our hometown, and a lot of people want to drive 2 hours to a lake, and there's lots of great lakes in Kentucky. But for me, I'm like 10 minutes from my house to on my boat, and that's pretty special. You can get off the river, you can run home if you need to, you can do some chores, but then when you come down here on the river, it is just like escaping to a state park or a big on a big lake, and we think it's pretty cool. We have 1,000 foot of dock here at the Frankfort Boat Club, and I'm not real sure. I should know, but I don't know how many actual boats we have members and how many members we have. But there's a lot of people that do realize how much fun the river is, and we always are looking to introduce more people to the river and even have it a bigger impact on Frankfort.
That's great. Thank you. And he's absolutely correct. As we close the show, I want you to know that we're standing here on the river, and
it's a beautiful morning.
It is a gorgeous morning, and the river is absolutely wonderful, and it's clean, nice and green, very inviting, especially on a hot day like this. So I thank you for watching. Once again, this has been County Connections. We hope that you like and share this program, and please stay in touch. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank our special guest, Mr. Jerry Graves, the Executive Director of the Kentucky River Authority, and Mr. Tip Mixson, who is Chairperson of the Kentucky River Sweep. Thank you so much for watching.